Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ryder Games YouTube channel. My name is Jamie and today I'm here again to teach you one of the games from Gateway Island. Today we're going to be learning the second game from Gateway Island called Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye is a game for 2 to 6 players and will use the following mechanics: party game and quick answers. So without further ado, let's learn how to play Eagle Eye. Let's get started with the setup. For Eagle Island, you are going to need Island Card 2, you're going to need the wooden cubes, as well as the 6-sided die. I will be using a 3-player game example for this how to play, but the setup won't change based on players. The first thing that you're going to need to do is place the island card in the center of the table. You're going to choose whether you'd like to use side A or side B. Side B is a little bit more subjective and can create more discussion, so totally up to your group. For this example, we are going to use side A. Next, each player is going to take 5 cubes of their chosen color and they're going to place it around the island card. The rest of the cubes can be returned to the box. Then you'll select one of the 6 categories to use for the game. On side A, we have objects in the room, animals, and games. On side B, there's food and recipes, characters, and media. Like I mentioned, we're going to use side A today, and let's select animals as our category. You can feel free to narrow the category if you like. As an example, for characters, you can choose whether they're real-life characters or fictional characters or both. Totally up to the group. So let's take a quick look at one of these categories. Animal. Each category comes with a row of icons, as you can see right here, that you're going to use in the game. As an example, in the animal category, we have taller, shorter, faster, slower, heavier, and lighter. I'll explain how these icons are used shortly. Finally, you will need to decide as a group your starting subject. As an example, if our starting category is animal, our subject can be cats. And that's the setup. Eagle Eye is played simultaneously, meaning all at once, so there are no set rounds. To start the game, choose a player to roll the 6-sided die and call out the result. 1. Players then each check the icon on the card matching the column, aka the die result, and the row, aka the chosen category. So in the example where we rolled a 1, the column would be right here, and the category would be here, taller. Then, players will try to be the first and fastest to name a valid subject based on the icon. Just note, you can't use a category that's already been used during the game. So let's do an example using our subject cat. Now we rolled the die, it was a 1, so we need to think of an animal that is taller than a cat. Because I'm really fast, I would probably yell out giraffe. The first player to answer takes one of their cubes and places it in front of them. Their answer is now the new subject. That player immediately rolls the die and a new turn begins right away. The first player to get all 5 of their cubes from the center of the table in front of them wins. And that's Eagle Eye. Now, if you enjoyed the game and all of the mechanics you use, we'd love to recommend a few next step games that you can try. For Eagle Eye, those games are Time's Up Family Edition from R&R Games, as well as Suro from Calliope Games. Time's Up Family Edition is a charades-based party game for teams of 2 or more. Players choose cards featuring well-known items, crafts, and animals which are shuffled to form a deck used in 3 rounds. In each 30-second round, team members may try and guess as many words and phrases as they possibly can. In round 1, you can give as many clues as you like. In round 2, you can only give a 1-word clue. And in round 3, no words, just charades. Suro is a simple and beautiful tile-laying game where players lay tiles to continue the path of their token, aiming to keep it on the board longer than anyone else. Players place a tile next to their token and move it along a path until it stops at an empty space, the board's edge, or another token. If a token reaches the edge or collides with another player, that player is out. The goal is to be the last player with a token on the board, using strategy to outmaneuver opponents and avoid collisions. So if you enjoyed Eagle Eye, please feel free to check out Time's Up Family Edition from R&R Games and Suro from Calliope Games. You can find these at your friendly local gaming store. Thanks so much for joining me today to learn Eagle Eye from Gateway Island. If you're going to continue to play through Gateway Island and you'd like to learn more of the games, I will link the playlist below. There's 21 games, so there's lots to learn and to explore. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave those in the comments. We would also love if you would consider joining the Van Ryder Games Discord, where you can talk to other community members who are playing Gateway Island, ask questions, and have some fun. But that's everything that we have for you today. I will be back again soon with another Gateway Island How to Play. Happy gaming, and I'll see you next time. Bye!